This is a review of my Hilleberg Anjan 3 GT. This is the revised 2017 model with the cutaways at the base of the fly to aid ventilation. So I picked it up in the green. It's also available in a red. And yeah, let's give you a little walk around. Here's the rear of the tent. Has two stakes and a couple of guy lines. And then this is the kind of main body of the tent right here. And this whole area kind of to the right here, and this section is all gear storage area and entrance. And that's kind of the sleeping quarters on the other side. So it's fairly easy to pitch. I pitched it all as one. So you kind of pitch it from the rear, then pull it all out, and it kind of, after the poles are in it, extends out, and it's pretty straightforward to pitch and then hold down with the guy lines. So a few things I absolutely love about the tent. So the quality is definitely there. The outer fabric and all the fixtures and fittings are very nice. Even the kind of zipper garage in here is super nice. Yeah, you can see down at the base of the poles, nice kind of metal buckles to tighten things down, and these poles are extremely lightweight. Used a few different tents, and these are definitely the nicest and lightest poles I've used. Yeah, so another thing I guess I really love is the colour. It does blend in pretty well. It's maybe a little darker than I expected from the green, but it definitely blends in well to this forest environment. Also, the storage space is pretty great. I'll just take you inside. And here you can see loads of gear. So we have two pretty huge bags. This one's for carrying our daughter. This is in a big 70 litre, which fit easily there. This whole area is kind of clear for walking in and out. And then here is the inside of the tent. So we're set up, like I said, for 2.5 people in this 3-person tent. Yeah, and then another great feature you can see here is the mesh inner panel. So it is the whole front face of the inner tent here, which is fantastic, and it has this nice clear mesh. I'll try and zoom right in on it. Yeah, and it also has a great mesh panel at the rear there, as you can see, which definitely helps ventilate the inner. Let me take you inside to another great feature. So another feature I really enjoy is this rope. So it attaches on, kind of runs front to the rear of the tent, and yeah, it's just been great for, now as a little birthday card on for me, but it has held a little bit of a few wet clothes, and kind of during the day and overnight they've dried pretty well with our heat, and also, as you can see now, it kind of definitely gets the sun and gets quite nice and warm in here, so that definitely helps. And then I guess onto a couple of little things that haven't been so great. So I'm 6'4", maybe 190 centimeters or so, and yeah, I kind of go right to the bottom of this tent and also pretty much to the top of it. So definitely the sleeping bag has been a little bit wet in the mornings from that. It's, I think, a little bit inevitable. It is stated as quite a long tent, I think 220 centimeters long, but it does have quite a steep raking rear and sides, so you do end up with a kind of a slightly less space inside. It's also, as you can see, a little bit tapered at the rear there, so I guess to save weight, but it also squeezes you in just a touch. Yeah, and then another little thing which hasn't been so great, I was hoping the ventilation in this revised version would have been a little better with these kind of arched bases to the fly, but we have had quite a bit of condensation buildup in it. As I said, it's a little bit inevitable with tents and a few people inside them, but I was hoping for it to be a little bit better. There is the option to roll up the rear quarter of the tent. This whole section here rolls up and stores over the top of the final pole there, which definitely helps, but on this trip we haven't done that yet, so I'll definitely be able to report back with if that does help. Yeah, but overall extremely happy with it. It has been a little bit pricey to get from the US, but I think it's going to be with us for a pretty long time.